Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, world. This is the Rastafari International Ambassador, JahBunny, better known as the Badass, the man from Buzzwalk, back a wall. And today, I'm coming to you out of my kitchen via my GoPro. I'm doing this a little way different. In that, show you how I do my thing. Now, I have noticed that there is various things in the news. For example, everyone is talking about the case of the TikToker over there in Walaba. And I've noticed that Sir Q is now in police mode. Meaning that he's confused. First he tried to get me involved with Sir Porter, who is a cop. And I find that very off key, in that I personally have nothing in common with Sir Porter. And I have made myself clear over and over. And now, Sir Q is going out of his way to get me involved with the investigative matter surrounding the young man Naya. Now, I have made it clear from get-go that it's not like I'm promoting law breaking or anything to that effect. My program is to simply docket my chronicle mainly from a generational perspective. From what I gather, and I have gathered that upon my release, that everything have changed. Now, I am not active on TikTok. I goes on TikTok only to watch the youths them interact. I first came into contact, and my understanding of TikTok is that it was a children program. Like I said, that's my understanding. I first learned of TikTok when one of my daughter, I think it was Bunny, that I was insisting that she helps me with my understanding of these various social media programs. This was, I think, 7 or 8 years ago, and she says to me, "Dad, why are you not asking Lily? Lily is a TikTok expert." I was surprised at the time. I think my youngest daughter, Lily, she was around 8 years old, and it was brought to my attention that she's a TikTok expert. Quiet as it kept, Lily does not use TikTok anymore for whatever reason. She was the one that showed me how to get involved with TikTok. I have never done anything on TikTok. I have a TikTok account, but I have never tried to work that program in terms of getting followers and getting views. A lot of people tell me that I should try to use both TikTok and Instagram to boost my YouTube channel. However, I have not found the time to explore TikTok on that level. Keep in mind that I have maintained the levels of using TikTok, YouTube for one program and one program only, and that is to tell my chronicle. So I have not ventured off further on YouTube beyond telling my chronicle. I have no interest in doing anything more on social media. So social media was never, for me, a source of income. I have not monetized my channel because it was not my intention to make a business out of social media. And as such, I find it very challenging to get up every day and talk about things that does not ruffle my feather. So I have no issue no opinion on what happened to that young man. I find that beyond the scope of my understanding. So it asks Sir Q to refrain from draw me into these unnecessary discussion. I do not think that I want to be engaged with any further discussion on a one-to-one basic with Sir Q. It is clear that you have a different agenda than mine. I maintain my position where it's us and them. Meaning that I do what I have to do to stay alive, and I do what I have to do to survive. Simple as that. It's a thin line, and I try to maintain my side of the fence. Now, for those of you who wanna make issues and speak about things that have nothing to do with you, but want to still get involved, tough luck. And that's what I have to say. So, this is just a short program to let Sir Q know that I'm not into what he's into. And please You know, if you want to address me, you can continue address me live. That don't mean I'm gonna respond or engage. And that's my position. Once again, this is the man from Buzzwalk, JahBunny, better known as the Badass. Today, I'm gonna do a little different from the normal. Now, my last program, I discussed Sir Q and his approach, which is elementary to a man like me. Very much so, elementary. And since then, with all due respect, I have drawn a line on the further interaction with Sir Q. Now, that don't mean I have any bad feelings against the youth. But that's not the bad feelings. My eldest son is 47 years old, born right here in the US, in the UK. And at times, I refrain from interact with my son because of the fact that these young people have an answer for everything. My eldest daughter is 46-year-old, born in the UK. I also at times refrain not to cross the line with any of my children. So, as a parent of 11 children, 8 of them born in this country, the youngest being 15 years old, I struggle to deal with my children as a parent. And sometimes I find it very hard to deal with them. And it shows me I'm now living out the pressure that my parent went through in dealing with me. So it's a thin line. Now, one of the things I try to do, and I explain to my children, that I'm not prepared to argue back and forth with any of my children. I have a limited expectation from my children, in that they're gonna be what they wanna be, and not what I want them to be. Therefore, the criteria that I put in interacting with my children is simple. I expect at all time 3 words for my children. And this is the 3 words that I have interact with my parent as a young person growing up. And that is, yes, Dad. No, Dad. Okay, Dad. Yes, Mom. No, Mom. Okay, Mom. That's the 3 words that my parents get out of me. Don't care what they said. It's always those 3 words. In other words, don't give a fuck one way or another. Me. But I give them that respect. Yes, Dad. No, Dad. Okay, Dad. That's all. I'm not used to a culture, the nowadays culture, that children and the parents argue back and forth and line cross and all these things. For example, one of my daughter came to see me last month, and she posed a question to me. And the question was, Dad, I'm going to ask you a question that I asked my mom. And that is, how did she lie down and let you got her pregnant more than multiple times without planning for it? Now, I'm going to ask you all to come in my comment and tell me if this child is right, because I was devastated by a question like that from my daughter. My question was answered to her like, who does that? I don't know of any black parent that actually plan for having a child. My understanding is that we meet each other, fall in love, like each other, whatever it is, and from that man and woman interaction produce a child. And then we struggled to maintain and raise and bring that child up to the best of our ability. That's my understanding of it. That's what I have done with all my children. So I was very, very thrown off by that question, and I further asked my daughter to take care of herself in very strong terms. Yeah, I did. Yesterday, one of my sons came to visit me, and I explained to him what took place, and he explained to me that he's facing the same issue with his child mother. And he decided to distance himself for now from the situation. I point out, and I keep pointing out to my son, that you're a better man than me, because he have maintained from the birth of his child until this time several years And it's a crucial, keep in mind, from 0 to 5 is a very crucial time in every child's life. And my son have maintained a steady relationship within his child life from 0 to 5. Something that I didn't did in his life, and I wasn't in prison. So I congratulate him at all time for that. But the situation now is, I think social media have damaged the black society, especially the female, drastically. In that everyone today is living a make-believe reality. Be right back. Try to get me engaged.
Oh yeah, you tell me that. Yeah, me that wait for you what happened, yeah.
Well, you know watch way, Mado?
No.
So therefore, you know go overstand what me was said though. Him pushing too hard. Him have around 3 YouTube channel going. And you don't wonder why one person want have 3 YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And him a push for get the channel them a certain amount of subscription.
Right.
So the way he's going along, it seems that you have some people where literally putting at them heads say YouTube are gonna be them source of income.
Right.
So you have people who think now, especially in Jamaica, where YouTube is them business.
Yeah.
Now, YouTube / social media. Now, social media is not my business. Me I use YouTube for preserve my legacy. So my legacy, me not try to live or fight. No, because I tell you already say, me have other way of living.
Right.
So, with Sir Q, for example, right now, this little TikToker, now that die. Everybody at Jamaica making a mountain out of it.
Yeah.
So yesterday, I see like him send me, him want do some type of debate or clarity. I don't know him want do round it. See that?
Yeah.
Now my position is different. Because I always have different position. And me I'm going to make you know my position. And to an extent, for the last couple of things I talk to you about me record them but I don't put them out.
Yeah.
Because I have to be mindful now when I put out. Not about myself, you know, about you too, which by you there.
Yeah.
For example, How did I know about TikTok? See that? I learned about TikTok when my daughter was around 8, my little last daughter was around 8 years old. See that?
Yeah.
And she have becomes a TikTok expert at the age of 8 years old. Where when me ask my big daughter them to help me do things, they must say to me, say, Dad, why you don't ask Lily? She's an expert, she knows. So my daughter them at one stage I asked my little daughter when I'm in my house how to do things. My granddaughter, my grandson, all of them I communicate with them little auntie in order to know how to do things. So that's when I realize say I have a little genius upon my hand. So that when she was around 8 years old, at the time, she showed me about TikTok. Because TikTok initially was a children thing. A lot of people know last side of that.
Yeah.
TikTok was initially a children thing. TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, all of these things when them first come out, it was children play thing. Until grown man take it over. When Vibes Cartel come from prison, it's like him come take over TikTok.
Yeah, me see that, yeah.
So TikTok now becomes something totally different from what it was original. Me can speak from that angle. Hence, me never get na TikTok like that. Because TikTok came to me was something when my little kids them a do. So most big man we see in a TikTok, they are pedophiles.
Yeah.
You me say them is pedophiles. Now, Noah, little boy we dead. Me no have no take on that. See that?
Yeah.
Me no have no take on that one way or another. I don't know nothing about the youth more than what me I see on TikTok. Some things me like, something me don't like. Now, me hear how Sir Q attack. Like me say, me no say nothing come give you because me not draw you enough to follow certain things.
Yeah,
You don't pan the ground, whatever go on you hear just like me here.
Right.
If you mention it to me, me might have a different take. And they'll always tell me say me know more things about Jamaica than him. We're down there. And you might find that it's the same thing because through me penetrate social media a different way.
Right.
But when me find there's something about Sir Q that rub me wrong. Sir Q sell himself like him is a gangster / criminal / garrison person. But at the same time, him also sell himself like my police too. See that? So, I find Sir Q and Aya Congo is of the same personality. Meaning that both of them grew up America, but them never done America long like we. And they all adapt the wrong side of America. Because Sir Q put himself across now like him is the brightest gangster or the most cleverest gangster. And Ayakonga put himself across now that he's the most intelligent Rasta. So both of them now have answer for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And putting themselves in front of themselves, like when it comes to Rasta, Ayakonga have to have say him will listen to, because him read more book than every other man, and him have historical context, history, more than every other man. So that qualify him. Ayakonga Sir Q the same thing too. So him a put out Sir Q now put out things now like him solve now a case. Yeah, these are the things that him do forget following.
Yeah.
Him put out one say him and L.A. Lewis solve the case. Him put out one again say him have the ears, him can't tell says the adult kill the youth. So all of these things now rub me wrong. Because me not preach badness, I preach gangsterism, you know.
Yeah.
But me have a line when me draw. See that? So for example, with Noah death, it got nothing to do with me. Simple.
Yeah.
So me not feel like me want engage a man about why I'm dead, how I'm dead, whatever. Because I'm not in that arena. I can't say, oh, Sir Q live a town in a garrison and I act like him is a police informer. By social media. And then want to engage me into that.
Yeah.
Police supposed to be police. Police supposed to do police work. You with me?
Yeah.
Even if me feel say a cornbread kill the youth, me no have no reason for come on my social media. I tell the world say me think say a cornbread do it. How that come to the game?
Man, I tell you something, right? Where man pick up. When me pick up since me return to Jamaica, it's a whole different game down here.
Me know that go through.
Right? It's a whole different game down here. And when me say a whole different game, there is no line between street, we like a street is a man, we have live street, and police. The whole thing is coming like one of them pasta thing that we make, we put everything in a peas and rice and pasta and all in one pot and you just throw it up. That is what down here, and that is the game we're down here now.
Let me tell you something, Gilly.
And even a man explain it to me, is when me see it, when you see it, the world where we come from no exists down here.
Gilly, I speak it over and over and over and over, but it go over people's head. How can I describe myself, Gilly? Because when people here would talk like this, them think so we are glorify gangsterism. And we are not. Even though we now walk and commit no crime and do nothing, we still stand up under the code. Gilly, the last conversation me have with you when you tell me what happened and how you see it, that was something that me could have published and would I get a whole heap of ratings and likings.
Yeah.
But you might end up like blood clot Noah.
Yeah.
See that?
Yep.
Because when you say